Hello, welcome to my channel. Today I will be using all BOXYCHARM products to do my entire face. Will not just be this month's products, this will be products from various months. I've been subscribed for almost a year now, so this will be products from about the last year of BOXYCHARM. Okay, so first we're going to be going in with primer. This is the Cover FX Water Cloud Primer. This is probably one of my favorite primers I've received in BOXYCHARM. So we're just gonna put that all over. And I really like this primer. It feels really nice and light on the skin. And it also has blue light protection, which is pretty important if you sit at a computer all day and on your phone a lot. It'll help keep out all that blue light and help it from not damaging your skin. Okay, so next for foundation, this is not a product I got in BOXYCHARM. I did receive a Becca foundation from BOXYCHARM, but I told them the wrong shade, so I had to give it to my mother because it matched her better. But I am going to be going in with the Clinique Ever Better foundation, and I'll just skip the applying part. So next, since I don't really use concealer, I'm going to go in with a powder, and the powder I'm going to use is the Becca Hydra Set and Refresh powder. This is one of my favorite products I've ever received in BOXYCHARM. It makes my skin look really smooth, and it really does help to add a little bit of extra coverage with any foundation that I've used so far. And I just like to press it into the skin and then brush it away. And it has a really cool cooling feature. So when you first open it and start putting it on your face, it feels cold, which is a really neat feature. But after a couple weeks of continuous use, it kind of goes away, which I don't mind. Okay, next I'm going to use bronzer, and I'm going to use the Park Avenue Princess Bronzing Contour or whatever Chisel palette. And I remember this, it came in my very first Luxe subscription box. So I'm going to be going in with, yes, this shade right here. And I'm just going to use that to kind of bronze up my face. I like to do circular motions when I'm applying my bronzer because it kind of helps it to blend out a little bit better instead of just doing like one sweeping line. I've found that the circular motions help it to blend into the skin a little bit better and you don't have like a really bad harsh line. And then I like to take a little bit just on this edged part of my brush, and I just like to add a little bit to my nose just to make it look more contoured and defined. Okay, now we're gonna go into blush, and I'm gonna use the Cover FX palette. This is one of my favorite palettes. I would have used the contour in it too, but it's pretty much gone. So we're just gonna use the blush for today. Oopsie. And I'm just gonna go in with the blush and put just a little bit on my cheeks and make sure it blends into my contour. It's not showing up on camera very well, but trust me, they're pink. And I like to just add a little bit to my nose. Now I'm just gonna go ahead and add some highlight. I'm gonna use the Artist Couture Loose Highlight. It's in Purple Dream. So it's gonna have like a little bit of a purple tint in it when the light reflects off of it, and I think it's so pretty. So I'm just gonna take a little bit on my brush, try to tap it off. And I'm just gonna apply that right here. You can see the purple tint a little bit when you, and it's a very powerful highlighter because it is a loose pigment. So this is really good if you want a more blinding highlight. If you want something subtle, I would use something in the Cover FX palette that I used for blush that has some really nice brighteners and highlighters that are pretty subtle. Okay, I'm gonna add a little bit to my nose here. And then I'm gonna add a little bit to the Cupid's bow. See? Okay, now we're gonna go in with brows. I just received this month the KVD Brow Pomade. It's in medium brown, which is a little dark for how I like to do my brows, but I did manage to make it work. And I'm just gonna brush through my brows, and then I like to see, I've not used much and I've been using this for like a week. I barely tap in my brush to the product. And I like to do my brows like how I do them with a pencil and just kind of draw little strokes. Yeah, you can see how that's super dark. And then once I get a few strokes going, I like to line out the bottom part of my brow with the little bit of leftover product so it doesn't create a harsh line, but I can still see it where I'm drawing my brows. So then I just dip in again and do a little bit more strokes. I have to dip into this product a lot because I do add such a small amount to the brush, but it is a very pigmented product. So I think it'll last me probably forever. But I just like to go little by little on my brows because I don't want to make them too dark. I like to have a really good defined tail at the end of my brow as well. So this is a really good product for that. Usually with a pencil, it's kind of difficult to get a good dark line at the end. But with this, it seems to be a lot easier to accomplish that. And then once I got it mostly finished, or about where I like it, I just brush through with the brush again. And that kind of helps to brush out the product a little bit better and kind of blend it more. So you can see one brow finished, one brow not. So I'm gonna do the other brow off camera and I'll be right back. Okay, now that brows are done, I'm gonna be using a brand new eyeshadow palette that I also just received this month. It is the Morphe X Manny MUA Glam palette. And I've not even dipped into this palette yet, so I'm super excited. It looks like it's got some really pretty shades in there. Like this one is unreally, like that's such a pretty shade. So I think I'm gonna try to use that today. So yeah, let's get started on the eyes. Okay, another thing I forgot to mention is brushes. I've received a ton of brushes with BOXYCHARM. I don't know that the ones I use for my face I got from BOXYCHARM, but I know these, I just unpackaged them. These were from a few months ago boxes, I just haven't broken into them yet. So I'm gonna be using, these are by Alamar Cosmetics. So you get a lot of really good brushes and these are so soft. So I'm gonna be using these brushes today along with the palette that we got with BOXYCHARM. Okay, so the first color I'm gonna dip into is gonna be this one right here. It's called Sophie, and I'm gonna use that as a little transition shade. And I just like to do like windshield wiping motions because I know a lot of people do like circular motions on their eyes, but if I do that, I'm pulling my eye everywhere. So that just don't work for me. So we're gonna do windshield wiper motions. And I'm just gonna blend this almost to the brow. And that's looking really good. Ooh, that's cute. Okay. Okay, so I think we're gonna go for a more like purpley magenta eye look today because I really want to try out that pretty color. So I'm gonna go into this shade right here next, which is called Fire Witch. I'm just gonna be using the same fluffy brush that I used with the other one. Just use like a color switch or something to clean it off. And I'm gonna be blending this more into the crease, but still a little bit above so that it peeks through when we put the darker crease shade on. Just like that. It'll be just below where we blended that first shade, but still higher than the crease. So that way you'll get a nice, even kind of ombre effect. Okay, now that we're done blending out that shade, I'm gonna go into this really gorgeous dark pink purple shade. It is called Gamenta. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right. If y'all can see that, let me know. I know it's probably backwards in the camera, but whatever. I'm gonna have to go in with a smaller fluffy brush, so let me find one real quick. Okay, this is not from BOXYCHARM, but it's still super affordable and one of my favorite brush sets. It is by BH Cosmetics. It comes in a huge set of like, probably like 30 brushes, so it's a really good deal. But anyway, we're gonna go in with that darker shade and I'm gonna blend that right in the crease. Oh my goodness. That is beautiful. And these shadows are really nice too, and they seem to be blending really well. So overall, so far, I'm really pleased with this palette. The darker shade doesn't have like a ton of pigment, but that's kind of nice in a way so that it makes it easier to blend in with the other shades. So you're not slapping like a ton of pigment on your face and then messing up. And then I'm also gonna drag that darker shade into this outer corner here. Like that. Beautiful. Okay. Okay, now that we've got, sorry, my nose was itchy. Now that we got the darker shade blended on both eyes, I think I'm gonna go in with this really pretty, like, it almost looks iridescent, but I'm not sure if it is or not. It looks like another just shimmery purple. It's pretty dark, so we're gonna put that on the eye here, kind of like a half cut crease, but I'm not gonna cut the crease because I'm lazy. Oh, and that shade is called Cancer. So I'm just gonna dip my finger in and we're just gonna lay that right here on the eye. I find that using my finger for shimmer shades really makes them pop a lot better, and they just go on the eyes so much easier. Like that. It's cute. I mean, I don't know. I feel like the color looked a little different in the pan, or I'm just crazy or something. But it's a really cute shade. I don't know that it is bright enough for what I'm trying to do here. So I might add another shade on top of it, just to give us a little bit more brightness. Let's see how we do that. Okay, yeah, that looks cute, but I'm gonna go into, let's go into this big, whoa, hello. Okay, thank you. We're gonna go into the shade Nova. I think it's supposed to be a highlighter, but I think it'll look really pretty, kind of packed on top of this shade, just to help brighten it a little bit. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that looks good. Ooh, look at that. Do you see the difference? Oh my goodness, that's gorgeous. Yes, we are gonna do that. Oh, girl. Okay, so I love that shade. I actually think layering them looks really pretty. I don't know that it would look really super cute on its own, but I think when we layered them, ooh, that was so pretty. Okay, now that I love that shade we did on over the other shimmer shade so much, I'm gonna actually take a tiny brush. This is also from BH Cosmetics. It's from their Pro line. It's the number 8. The other one didn't have a number on it or anything, so I'm gonna take a little bit of that color on there and I'm just gonna use it to highlight the brow bone. Oh my goodness. And I'm gonna put a little bit on the inner corner. Look, yeah, you can see it on this side really well. Look at that. So we're gonna pop some in the inner corner just to make our eyes look bright. Yes, queen. Okay, and now the eyes are done. Okay, that palette worked out really good. So now we're just gonna go in with some mascara. Probably won't put false lashes on today because I'm tired. And this mascara is Lily Lashes Triple X Mascara. I've only used this a couple times and I'm not sure if I'm totally in love with it, but I don't really have any other mascara, so we're gonna use it. Just, you know, put it on like you do normally any other mascara. You can use an eyelash curler also to, you know, curl your lashes before you do this step, but I always forget, so I'm just gonna put the mascara on. See, it makes my eyelashes kind of spidery and I don't like that. I think it's the brush. But anyway. cute. All right. Okay, and no false lashes because I'm tired. And I didn't feel like trying to figure out which ones I've gotten BOXYCHARM, which they do send you lashes, which I think 9 times out of 10 I've gotten really good lashes. I think there's only been like one pair I didn't like, but I'm picky anyway, so. But anyway, this is the final look we created with only BOXYCHARM products aside from the foundation. Oops, my bad. I'm not good at shade matching, oh well. But anyway, this is it. I didn't do a lip product either because I just didn't feel like putting lipstick on, but they send you a ton of good lip products. Like Hank and Henry, sometimes you get some Tarte, a lot of Too Faced. They've sent a lot of good lip products. Oh, and I just got this one. It's a no makeup lipstick. I've not tried it yet, but maybe another time. But anyway, this is the look. I think it turned out really good. I pretty much use a lot of these products every day, like the Cover FX palette, what was that? The Parquet Princess palette. I use that a lot. And of course, the primer I use pretty much every day. It's my favorite primer. But anyway, that was all BOXYCHARM products. If you'd like to see more, if you have a product recommendation you'd like me to check out, I probably have it. I've got a lot of makeup. But anyway, if you'd like me to check anything else out or review it or let you know my thoughts on it, you know, just let me know. Leave it down in the comments, whatever. Like and subscribe, and thanks for hanging out with me. Bye.